And I think she is kind of that dog that keeps coming back because they're loyal. Not to say Meri's a dog, but I think she just has that kind of loyalty. And I think finally she just reached her end.
Sister Wives, Season 19, Episode 9, First Impression. And I think that there may have been something that happened between here and there, because Meri has a decidedly different outlook on Kody if you look at her social media now. Now, we're going to do it in one part today. I only have a page and a half of notes. We're going to do it. So, we start the episode with Janelle walking up to Meri's house, but then we clip over to whatever TLC is trying to do with this redemption arc. But you know what? Honestly, we've seen too much.
No! You just hit the truck. Hold my tongue. If I get angry, this is no longer going to be fun for anybody. I've got to be really careful to just make sure my kids are enjoying my company while we're doing the work together.
Roll the tape.
I don't want to do this.
There's no crying in baseball, sweetheart.
This isn't baseball. This is
This is bike riding. It's easier than baseball. Go in the house.
I'm trying my best.
No, you're not.
TLC, I don't know who's watching this over there, but I know you're here. There is no redemption arc that will redeem that man. Period. There's nothing you can do. One afternoon of him hanging out in the snow with his kids, shoveling, isn't gonna fix that, because also, we've seen him shovel snow with the other kids and treat them absolutely terribly on top of that bike riding. It's not a thing. Just let it go. It's not gonna happen. And on the other side, anyone, and I know you're gonna do it, who wants to talk crap about the kid who threw the shovel, do not. That little girl does not deserve it. I don't get down like that. You will get blocked. And that weird little nickname, y'all need to look in the mirror and realize why you're okay talking about a child like that, because you've got some stuff you need to work out. But then we go into Meri and Janelle and their whole conversation. And Janelle really is trying to look out for Meri financially. But Meri was still in that place where she's like, oh yeah, no, Kody and Robyn are going to take care of this, because they told me, Janelle, that we just don't have the money. And Janelle, you know, actually we do have the money. And if we had prioritized things differently, we would have been able to pay it off. And at that moment, it clicks for Janelle. Kody's been telling everybody different things about the financial situation. So she clarifies to Meri, I'm not in charge of the money. I was the bookkeeper. Kody made all of these decisions. And she's trying to explain to her, if they decide to sell that out from under you, your name is on one of those properties, and that's it. And Meri's still in that place of he's going to do the right thing. However, judging by her social media footprint recently, I don't know if she's still in that place of thinking that everyone's going to do the right thing. Then we go into Christine and David house hunting, and they're looking for double stoves and all of that good stuff. And then Christine says it's really nice to house hunt with somebody who's actually involved, because Kody never was. Then Kody comes back on and bemoans, I was involved. I was there the whole time. Yeah, a lot of what we saw, you were actually asking her to give up her budget so that she could pay so Meri could have a better house, which is pretty interesting. And I mean, I guess you were involved in a coercive way, so we'll give you that one. That's fine. Then everyone is getting together so that they can go to Bia and Gwen's engagement party, because obviously we had to make the entire engagement party about the parents and not the children involved.
How she, was attracted to both. And I specifically had an experience where God said, as God said, I judge, and he told me, and you love. That's how I live if I can.
You ever hear the saying, love the sinner, hate the sin? That's basically what he said in so many words. So let's ask the real questions. 1, if you can, what are situations where you can't live by that? And 2, what do you think his judgment would be? Because those are the important questions right there. And he's always said it like this, and everyone's like, he's so okay with it. He's still okay with it. No, he's not. He literally says, it's not up to me to judge. God can do that. What would his judgment be? Then we get to the engagement party, and I was a little bummed because I think Gwen and Bia are like the cutest couple, and they actually came out and said the reason their wedding wasn't filmed was because of the engagement party, and it was not about them at all. But the cool things, I thought they had a little tattoo booth, and then everyone goes into whether they like tattoos, don't like tattoos, matching tattoos, all that stuff, which I'm not a fan of matching tattoos. However, I do like a tattoo. I do like a tattoo. And then Kody says he just has a phobia. He doesn't really dislike them, but Christine comes in and she's like, he thinks they're disgusting, like for real. And then Gwen tries to show him her tattoo, and he's like, oh, I'll look at that later. You can tell it like really bothers him, which is interesting. He's so sensitive. Then they all start talking to Gabe. Gabe was there. That was nice. And they all start talking about David and how he and Christine met and all of that stuff. And Gwendolyn made me laugh out of my seat on this one.
How old are you again?
I'm 59.
I'm just kidding. It's like 9 years older.
Roasting is a love language. I will die on this hill. And especially if your mom's dating a new guy, I think you're entitled. But Janelle was not there because of Maddie's pregnancy, and they weren't sure if she was going to have the babies. No one knew Robyn and Kody were coming. And this is another tactic. They do this to keep people like, You know what I mean? And so then they did show up. And my note literally says, did y'all have to do this at her engagement party? Because, like, I'm not getting over that one, right? Then they go back into more making fun of the tattoos, all of that stuff. However, I do agree, I am not a matching tattoo proponent. I feel like sometimes it does sign the certificate, call it whatever. But it seems to be working out so far. Then, oh my God, Meri made the best joke.
She stalked me.
I stalked him.
Better be careful about that.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Oh, you make a good
You have
joke.
experience? You have
I like
experience?
it.
You know, I thought I never wanted to hear about the catfish again, but that was actually funny. We'll allow it in that context. Then I did feel, you know, Meri's not at the point in this where she's ready to say, like, it's better on the other side and stuff like that. Divorce is a process, and those feelings are a process. So Christine did try to, like, no, it's better. No, it's better. You know, you got to get there on your own. You can't, you know, she will get there, and she is there, but it's a very long process. Then Kody calls everyone ugly.
I'm here with my shy and pretty wife, my one pretty wife.
I know what you're saying. You're reading too much into that. He only has one wife. No, my one pretty wife. He said that to mean exactly what it sounded like. So I'm not even going to argue on that one. So then they start talking about themselves because everything that Christine or anyone else does is definitely about Kody and Robyn. And what if he's a hunk and he comes in and Cody's trying really hard to make the baby smile, but they don't know him, so that doesn't really work. Then Kody and David meet. They have a really weird, awkward interaction that I'd be pissed if it happened at my engagement party. I'm just saying. Then David tells Kody how many kids he has, and there was one red flag. Do not let people babysit your children alone that you've known for a month. I don't care who it is, and I don't care how nice they seem. That I would have a reaction to as well. Then Robyn goes into how she just really wants herself to be happy.
It doesn't feel right, but that's not my place to judge or say.
But you're saying it.
Feels right for her to be in our family, and
For her to be
doesn't
miserable?
really, you know, what I think doesn't matter.
Literally what she's saying. She knows Christine was very miserable and uncomfortable and she's happy now. However, it feels more right for her if Christine stays, and whatever reasons behind that. Then we get into more talking and more crap talking and more, you know, I'm fine. It doesn't bother me. I'm fine. I'm fine. Hashtag Kody saying things when he's not fine. Anywho, that was the whole episode. We're going to go further into it, and I hope that you guys have a great day. Off the scoop.